Podcast.
Boom! Have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Biggity boom! Have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is in the place to be. Welcome to the Iron Dome of Disruption. Welcome to the Ziggity Zone of Disruption. My name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. the Inflamed Ashkenazi, a.k.a. the Raging Bull, a.k.a. the Disruptive Warrior, a.k.a. Mr. New York, a.k.a. Mr. 212, a.k.a. the White Chocolatito. And you are now rocking with the very, very best. This is the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Hope everybody's feeling real good. Hope everybody's feeling real safe. And I hope somehow, some way, everybody right now is feeling really sane. Crazy, 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 crazy times. Welcome to the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. I don't know if you're listening or if you are watching. You can listen to the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast on all podcast platforms. Of course, we are in the 10.5 year. And you can now watch the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. You can watch the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast live and direct from the Gloom Tomb on my YouTube page at Michael Rapaport. At Michael Rapaport. You see it all. You hear it all. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is in the place to be. As of the recording of this I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, we are not even at Inauguration Day. We are not even at January 20th. And oh, what a ride. Oh, what a wacky, wild ride. January of 2025 has already been. We haven't even started Trump season 2025. Trump season 2025 hasn't even started as of the recording of this podcast. What will you be doing on Inauguration Day? Will you just go about your business? Will you be freaking out? Will you be eating your popcorn? Will you be chilling? Will it just be another day at work, at the beach? Will you be having temper tantrums? Will you be celebrating? Me personally, I'm going to be bunkered down. I'm getting myself a big bag of kettle corn. I'm getting myself some Raisinets. Okay? I am going to take those Raisinets and possibly some peanut butter M&Ms. I'm going to mix them in the kettle corn and I'm going to be just lapping it all up. I am going to be lapping it all up on Monday, January 20th, 2025. I just hope that it goes off without a hitch. I hope there's no drama. I hope there's no chaos. I hope the day is uneventful and we can go about our business. And I hope, and I wish every single decision that Trump makes is a great one for everyone. Just like if Cadaver Joe, who, stepped down or was pushed out and Kamala was inserted, if Cadaver Joe won, I would be hoping, praying, supporting Cadaver Joe. And I would be hoping, praying, supporting Kamala. Tim Walsh, remember him? Where's Tim Walsh? Where is Tim Walsh? What is Tim Walsh doing these days? Everybody knows who Tim Walsh is now. He ran for vice president in one of the most chaotic elections of all time. Not the most chaotic election of all time. Certainly the most watched, seen, tweeted about election because we all have these hammers, these phones. What's Tim Walsh doing? Well, I mean, he must everywhere he goes, and he's in Minnesota, so the people like him. I really hope everybody's able to compartmentalize what they like, what they don't like about this new regime, Trump and company, and really root for them to do well. And I've said it once, and I'll say it again. I've said it once, and I will say it one more time. And somebody on YouTube said, yo, Mike Rap, you repeat things. Yeah, I can repeat things. I saw that comment. Somebody said, Mike Rap, you repeat everything twice. Not everything. But I'm going to go get the papers. In 2016, when Trump, and I'm not saying Donald Trump I'm not cursing as much as I normally curse because the oh, they're looking to squelch me. They're looking to squelch me. I don't care what kind of new this, new that. All these platforms say. I gotta meander around. They might say that they're lifting this and lifting that, and you know they can comment and you know collectively and the fact checkers and when it comes to me, Mike Rap, I'm on a different thing. I got that red light. I got that red light on me. So I'm trying not to curse as much, although what the can I do? I mean, who the am I really fooling here? I say I'm trying not to curse so much, but I am what I am. I'm like fucking Popeye. I'm like Popeye the Sailor Man. I am what I am. Give me that fucking spinach, and I'm gonna talk my wildly and recklessly, with wild and reckless abandon. Anyway, I said in 2016, I'm on record on this podcast, wishing, hoping that Trump would do the right thing. And I want to urge everybody, these politicians, whether you like them or not, it's not the Yankees, it's not the Giants, it's not the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Flyers, the New York Liberty, whatever sport you're into. These are not superheroes. They're certainly not teams. Don't wear your political emotions on your sleeve. Do not wear your political badge, flag, cap. There is no allegiance because these people don't give a about you. None of them give a about you. They don't give a about me. Hope and pray that from issue to issue, policy to policy, it falls your way. It's never going to work out exactly how you want it. These are not baseball players. It's not the Lakers. It's not the Knicks. It's not the Baltimore Ravens, the Miami Dolphins, or whoever you're into. It's politics. Don't wear the logo, the Democratic logo, the this one logo. This fucking guy might do things you like. He's certainly going to do things you don't like. Do not let 2025 through 2028 ruin relationships and ruin your brain. Don't let it ruin your relationships and your brain. Don't let it fuck your brain up, okay? Go with the flow. There's going to be things you like. There's certainly going to be things you don't like. There's going to be things that saying Donald Trump, JD, and the crew say that you agree with. And that's fine. That is fine. Don't get your ski poles and your stick in the ground and let it drive you nuts. You don't want to wind up like that whack job in the Inauguration 2016. Remember that lady? No. You don't want to wind up like that. You don't want to wind up like that. But it is a crazy time, and I want to remind everybody that throughout 2025, starting in February, I am going to be on the road. I am performing San Diego at the American Comedy Co. February 6th, 7th, and 8th. San Diego. Love that club. Love San Diego, but I love that club. They're right up on you. I could feel them. They could feel me. San Diego, February 6th, 7th, and 8th. The Fillmore in Philadelphia. Valentine's Day, February 14th. The Fillmore in Philadelphia, Philadelphia 215. I will be there performing February 14th. Okay? I'll be performing in New York, Nueva Yorka. New York City, baby. At the Gramercy Theater, April 29th. No, April 19th. April 19th, I will be performing at the Gramercy Theater in New York City. I will be taking the train to the show at the Gramercy Theater, April 19th in New York City. All tickets for all my shows are available at michaelrapaportcomedy.com, michaelrapaportcomedy.com. Am I coming to your city? Am I coming to your city? I must talk about this potential hostage deal. Everybody's been discussing it. Some people have asked me my opinion. Some people have asked me my thoughts. I am not an expert on all things Israel. I feel like I'm very informed, but I suggest if you want some expert analysis on this hostage deal, you listen to Dan Senor, his podcast. You read Aviva Klumpus and listen to her podcast. There's so many people that are like true blue experts. But my thoughts and feelings about this potential deal, and I say potential because you never know how these things are going to unfold. Israel, unfortunately, is truly being forced to make a deal with the devil, and calling them the devil is an understatement. I don't think using the term the devil really gives the full scope and clarity of who Israel is making a deal with. But for all intents and purposes, let's just say Israel is making a deal with the devil, and there's no good deal with the devil. There's no great, perfect deal with these animals. And even if each and every one of those 98 hostages were returned today, immediately, akshav, right now, let's just say all of them were returned immediately. The damage has already been done. There's so much damage that has already been done from October 7th to today. But on October 7th alone, the amount of people that were murdered in cold blood, the amount of people that were raped, the amount of people that were injured, the amount of people that witnessed unthinkable, unimaginable violence that survived, those survivors, their friends, their families, obviously the victims' friends, the victims' families, the heartbreak of October 7th alone, just October 7th alone. There is no good deal. There is no silver lining to October 7th and the ramifications of October 7th. The amount of homes that were destroyed, the entire communities that were destroyed on October 7th in Kibbutz Be'eri, Kfar Aza, and all the areas of southern Israel that were burnt to the ground by arsonists that were filming themselves burning homes to the ground, with men, women, and children in the homes, hiding in these safe rooms, which are just kids' bedrooms, offices, or additional rooms in people's homes. These safe rooms, this isn't a Jodie Foster movie. They don't have 3-foot concrete walls with locks and cameras and food, and it's not like that. But there were animals, arsonists, terrorists who lit homes on with the hopes and aspirations of burning people alive, and they did burn people alive, and the hopes and aspirations of those people that were being burnt alive to run out. And when they ran out, they were shot, killed, and kidnapped. And the arsonists of October 7th, they videotaped themselves. The arsonist, the terrorist October 7th, they graffitied and took pictures to go back and show and brag and to get paid from Hamas. Look what I did. I saw it with my own eyes. You all saw it with your own eyes. They videotaped themselves. Talk about doing it for the gram, talking about doing it for social media. They did all that on October 7th. They burnt people alive. There's been a lot of discussion about the arson in California, and nobody would have any problem if there was a person or people that caused those fires in California to have them caught, strung up, and burn them alive. If those people were caught in California, nobody would have a problem with street justice taking place. You'd be like, you did this, you you fucking set the Pacific Palisades on fire, you mother. But when it comes to the arsonists of October 7th, it's an open air prison. 1948. Apartheid. They're freedom fighters. They're freedom fighting arsonists. Well, what if someone or some people set those fires in California and they had a whole manifesto of why they did it, and they were on some Luigi Mangione shit, or it was about insurance, or it was about pollution, or it was whatever kooky crazy thing. People, I don't give a fuck what you think. You burnt Pacific Palisades to the ground, put them in jail for the rest of their life. There is no good deal with these animals. The people, the victims, the families, the survivors of October 7th How do they even mourn? The heroes. We've heard so many stories, incredible stories of heroes, whether they were IDF, ex-IDF, who fought tooth and nail on October 7th. You don't think there's ramifications to being a hero of October 7th? It's great for a podcast. It's great for a 7-minute piece on CNN with Anderson Cooper or whoever. It's great for all that. You don't think there's tossing and turning? You don't think there's PTSD just from October 7th? Every single thing since October 7th is out of place. Everything since October 7th is out of sequence. And since October 7th, the missiles, the rockets, the attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack. The soldiers, the IDF soldiers, the ones who have fallen, the ones who haven't fallen, the injured, whether it's a broken finger or an arm being lost, the missing limbs, the life-changing injuries to so many young people, the wives, the husbands, the brothers, the sisters. There's no good deal with these people. The damage is already done. The damage is already done. The friends, families, the businesses in Israel that have been fucked up, the displaced families, the thousands upon thousands of displaced families in the south of Israel, in the north of Israel. There's so much going on we forget about. So many different facets of October 7th. The neighborhoods, everything was a fucking horror. The everyday regular people who are just hustling, striving to survive with their kids. The kids, you can only tell your kids, oh, it's fine, we're going into this bomb shelter, so many times before they realize what's happening. The 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds who know what's going on, growing up with the terror and the PTSD. You can only tell your kid, oh, it's a fire truck, it's a firecracker, oh, it's just some construction. So many times they know what has been happening. The ramifications of October 7th will last for decades, forever. And this deal isn't perfect, and I don't care if it's Biden's deal or Trump's muscle. Nobody could brag about this deal. The damage is already done. Like I said, if those 98 came back and every single IDF soldier didn't have to risk their life day after day, the ramifications, they're already done. And as soon as this deal was announced, as soon as this potential hostage deal, and I'm saying potential hostage deal was announced, what was going on with the animals, the savages? Celebrating, cheering. They came out of their tunnels, out of their hovels, out of their holes with their uniforms on and their bandanas on and their machine guns raised in the air, screaming and yelling and cheering, because the bar of what they expect, the bar of what they deem victorious is so low. And you see people cheering, and you see them cheering like it's October 7th, because their standards of victory and their standards of something great happening are so low, because their self-esteem is so low, because their entire existence is focused on the extinction of Israel. Can you imagine that? There's not, I want to make some money. I want to start this business. I want to go to college. I want to do this, that, and the third. Their entire existence, their entire focus, everything they dream, hope, and pray for is eliminating Jews and eliminating Israel. You poor bastards, you. You poor fucking bastards. And the fat, blubbery billionaire from Hamas, he said it. He said it. We are going to celebrate and honor the heroes and martyrs of October 7th, and we hope to do it again every year. They said it. They fucking said it. I'll read it right now. We salute our martyrs and leaders whose body parts were scattered all over the war. We will proceed on the path until we achieve victory or martyrdom. Not you, fatso. The guy who's saying this, not you, fat boy. You're a billionaire standing in front of a green screen. Martyrdom. The biggest con in the history of cons. Ringling Brothers got to be going, this is the best con ever. If you die for us, you're a martyr. You're a hero. If you die for us, I'm going to be over here in Qatar in the Four Seasons, stuffing my fat face with caviar and shrimp cocktails. But if you go out there and you blow yourself up, you're a martyr. And you get 72 virgins. Get the fuck out of here. The one thing that nobody could argue and negotiate is that every day people are being swapped, dealt for the worst of the worst of the worst. Some of the most violent terrorists in the world, Hamas, is trying to get out with this deal. And remind yourself, and do not forget, in this deal, there's nothing about land. There's nothing about 1948. There's nothing about apartheid. There's nothing in the deal about rivers to the sea or any of the bullshit nonsense that you college campus jobs and protesters around the world are talking about. There's nothing about genocide. You saw them dancing. You saw them dancing in the street. There's nothing about starvation, famine, none of that. No discussion of 1948 land. They're not even asking for money. These dumb fucks don't even want money. They don't want to move the needle forward. There should be a Gaza Film Festival. Beautiful beachfront. It should be like Dubai out there. Ryan Gosling should be coming off a fucking yacht to go to the 27th annual Gaza Film Festival. They don't want that. What do they want in their deal? The bottom of the bottom. The bottom of the bottom. Their worst offenders. The dirtiest, nasty, most violent scumbags. That's what they want for everyday civilians. And I truly hope that they chip them. I hope, oh, you're getting out. You guys are getting out. We're just going to give you a little examination to make sure you're safe and healthy. And they lay them down and they stick a chip right up their keister. Or they give them, oh, here's a new shirt. We give you a new polo shirt. Here's a little Lululemon sweatshirt. And they got chips in them. Chips in their shirts, chips in their shoes, and chips up their ass. They let the dust settle for a couple of weeks and they beep, beep. That's what I hope. Because they don't deserve to be out of the jails. They don't deserve to be out of the jails. There's no good deal. There is no good deal. But this must end. The shit must end. Done.
I Am Rapaport podcast.